Hello guys and welcome to Kerbal Quest Part 11. Let's do the Duna dance. Left, right, do the left shimmy, right shimmy and whatnot. Don't you hate it when you do Kerbal on EVA and he suddenly walks side to side? Well, I found out that you can press the Alt key and then he'll walk normally rather than do the side to side where he does it with just his jetpack, which I thought was cool. Anyway, welcome back to Joe. We're here with Andrew, one of the Kerbals that are stuck on Duna. And their mission is to leave Duna. But first off, they have to mine ore and try to get those wheels out, which you can't do inside that bloody garage. So I'm going to have to use Hyperite again to get him out of there. Yeah, perhaps I'll have to put little wheels on it. No, it doesn't make sense though. I want wheels to be able to retract, so it tries to stay stationary in one spot. Anyway, a little shimmy around with the hyper edit and we're going to land. Anyway, welcome back. Kerbal Quest Part 11. What we're going to do, we're going to try to build a lot of stuff. We're going to start off by getting these Kerbals on their way towards the Duna miner, which they discovered from the maps inside the station or something like that. Oh, that's the story I was going to go with. But anyway, first off, we got Andrew. He's got the rover out. We're going to get the other Kerbals out here. We've got a couple of problems. First off, this rover has no power source. It's got, what do you call them? Solar panels. But what we need is something that will get the Kerbals out and about a bit. In other words, a taco. We need a taco. A radial thermolytic generator for power, so we can go without any sunlight. But first off, we need to energize our Kerbal. So who have we got here? Kepler IO. Let's equip the taco. Let's eat the taco. And he does eat it. That's awesome. Well done. And yeah, I always try to hit the remove helmet. So if your Kerbal suffocates on Duna, that's because probably a bug or something. Anyway, let's get to it. First comment of today as we fit the parts and find out that we're too heavy to do EVA jetpacks. From Gabe M. You should name the Pol base Apollo. Yes, I thought it was cool. Yeah, I think I will. And I haven't done it yet, and you'll find out why near the end of the episode. So yeah, you'll find out why we didn't change the name of the base yet. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. From Anon Hendricks. Ha ha. Is that a sarcastic ha ha? Or ha 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 ha? Is it? I don't know what type of laugh that is. You should either put a happy smiley face under it or something else. An emoticon to show you your emotions. Anyway, we'll get Scott Manley out after we get all the other Kerbals on there. He has the dirty task of closing the door because no one else decided to close it. And I can't remember, who do we have on this mission? I think we've got Kepler IO, Joseph M. Watney, Scott Manley, Andrew, of course, and I forgot the other one. There was another Kerbal. Or I'll remember in a moment. Oh yes, now I remember. Is Anderson Underworth or something like that. I just had a quick look at the video and I just forgot your name completely. Yeah, is Andersworth or something. Oh, stupid brain doesn't work. Anyway, let's get the comments because we're going to get these Kerbals on the way. Tried to use the rover autopilot, but I found out it just jiggles around like that, back and forth, back and forth. I could have done it with that, but I'm sure it would have ended with tragedy. You know, flipping over when we go to the hills or something. So I got to do that manually, and it's going to take a little while. So we'd have to come back to this. Anyway, from Jacob, can you please name a Kerbal after me? By the way, you are really cool. Hashtag Scott Manley is not manly, although it's in his name. Oh, no. Well, I'm not going to say he's not manly because his name is Manley. He's a Scott Manley. He's a Scottish guy. You don't want a Glasgow kiss from him. Anyway, here we are. First launch was the Long Walk Station, as I called it. The second launch was the miner for Val. It's a rover miner, and it's under a shroud, so you can see it at the moment. This is called the Skydiver, which I have problems getting to the Sun Space Station. Next, we have the Pol miner with Susan Dixon, and lastly we have this launch, which was provided to me by Koert Bakker. If you want this craft, it's on Kerbal X, And his name is, let me have a quick look. It's Koert Bakker, and look at this, the separation. It bathed your rocket in fire, baptizing it for the outer space, showing its worth, that it's going to survive. And that's what we're going to find out. After a quick jump skip in the video, I'm going to deorbit it. This is a test run to make sure the craft is worthy for its purpose. Normally I would do this off camera, but I thought, since this is a craft provided by someone else, and oops, I didn't mean to detach those side engines, because now we've only got 2 landing legs, it's going to be difficult to land. Anyway, let's see the heat shield work anyway, because this is a sort of rescue, this craft is called Rescue Val. I assume he sent it to Lathe and he was going to rescue Val. I don't know why. You know, it's not as if there's any clue that he would do that with his craft, considering its name. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is try to land this thing. And it survived re-entry, which is cool. So the heat shield worked. It flipped out at the last minute. So I'm going to have to make sure that we don't have any problems. However, the engines seem to stop working. I don't think this is an atmosphere engine, is it? That's a bit weird. But yeah, let's go for a landing, since we have enough fuel to do so. This is supposed to be landing with, it's got parachutes when you have the outer engines on it. And then you can get into space. I assume you'll be able to get this back to, yeah, because the end launch engines are air-breathing engines, you can get that most of the way up, and then you take off into space, and then you'll be able to return, or at least get into orbit, dock with the space station, and return safely or something. That's my guess. Anyway, here we are. Come on, landing. Can we do it? Can we do it? Will we survive? Ooh, a bit of bounce. Don't lose it now. Do not lose this. And awesome! Yes, we survived. And luckily, if you look at the Kerbal, who is in the cockpit? Yes, I've added myself to the game. After a quick request from me, I should have added myself as a comment, should I say? Oh, can you please add me? That would be fun. Anyway, here we are. We've planted a flag showing our survival. But when I decided to do the mission for real, that kept on happening a few times. The top of the craft came off. And I found out it's something to do with the fairing. I have no idea what is the point of the fairings if they're going to do that. So, fairing away, and off we go. Yes, same design, just without the fairing. Anyway, let's get on the way to Jool. And as we're doing that with all the modules, here is the rover miner. Let's get to some comments from JustUp 2002. Would you rather go to the ISS with 20% chance of dying, or to the moon with 50% chance of dying? That's a hard one. Yes, I like my life, but also I would love to go onto another world. And the moon's probably the closest one, easiest one I can do. So yeah, I'd have to say moon. Yeah, I'd rather go to the man. I'd rather go to the Kerbal man, because I know I can survive then. No, to the moon, because that would be awesome. It to be, I know it's 50% chance of dying, but dying from what? That's the question. Is it radiation poisoning? You know, if radiation poisoning a couple of years later after you've gone to the moon, come back and lived sort of like 10 years or so. I'd still have to say moon. I'm gonna go for moon because that would be absolutely awesome. It's one of the chance in a lifetime thing, and it'll be the last. Well, 50% chance of the last of your life. Anyway, from Timmy1404. I love these videos. Keep up the work. Could you add me as a Kerbal? My name is Timmy. By the way, I'm from Germany too. Awesome! The Germans are coming! But no, it's yeah, cool. I'll add you. I'm not sure what mission we're going to be on. I don't think we have to go anywhere, so it'll be probably on a moon of Jool or in orbit on one of the space stations. Anyway, from Koert Bakker, the one who gave me that spacecraft, the Rescue Val spacecraft. Lol, I'm actually Dutch, but I have a German name. And thanks for downloading my craft. I would love to see a real engineer fly my spacecraft. Well, you sort of saw me testing it out. It was awesome, landed it actually. So yeah, we'll have to see about the launching. I didn't test the launching of the little craft into orbit. That's because Lathe has a thinner atmosphere. You need at least 3,000 meters per sec, 3,300 to get in orbit around what's the planet called? Yeah, Kerbal. Yeah, I'm losing my words here, or at least losing my Kerbal words. Anyway, who we are landing. Who we got in here? We've got Jacob May. And I think you asked to be added in this. Yeah, you've added here. And because you said about Scott Manley, you're not going to join him on Duna. Sorry. You're going to be on Val. You're our mining expert. If you can land this. There's no rockets on the rover, so you have to land with this. And look how much fuel you've got left on this mission. Oh dear, no way. Are you going to make it? It's going to be a rough landing. Oh, and whoa! Almost. A quick detach just in case. And yes, you survived. That's awesome work. Now on the way to the Val space station, base, to do your mining. Now for the long space station part, long module. And let's go into comments because it's going to take a bit of a while. I haven't been RCS thrusters all over this. This is going to be harder than I thought. And look how much little fuel you got left. Oh dear. Yes. We're going to have to send a rescue mission for this. And luckily we got the Jool Explorer 1 on the space station. So I decided to send that out to rescue, who is it? Tony, Doddar's son, and Connor. Anyway, from Infinite Gamer. Hey man, I'm a long-time fan and watch every single video you post. Great work, keep it up. No problem, thank you very much, actually. I like the, I know it goes to my ego a bit, but when people put positive comments on there, it's awesome, it makes you feel like you're doing something great. It gives you a buzz. And by the way, if you wonder what I'm doing here, it seemed that the Jool Explorer ran out of power because I disconnected it from the power supply, which was the radio thermolytic generators. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to grab one of them and attach it to the probe. Because there's no Kerbal space on that. Anyway, let's get into some more comments from Nicholas Penoyer. My last name is pronounced exactly how it sounds, and it's Welsh. And it's spelled Welsh. W-E-L-S-C-H. Welsh. And so that was Nicholas Penoyer. Penoyer. Unfortunately, I've been brought up to speak English. So, I'm terrible at Welsh, especially when I was in school. Yeah, I had to take Welsh in the comp, or secondary school, I suppose you guys would call it. Or most of you guys. So, yeah. Cool, another Welsh Kerbaler. Ooh, I've got one here from Veos Human, and you should check out his channel. Especially when he does his Duna Explorer. Duna 1 videos. That'll be cool. Anyway, Leather New Little Conley. Could you link some of the mods, please? I've been looking for that landing projector mod for a while. And does it work well in version 1.1.2 for atmospheres and stuff? Yes, well I think so. I haven't used it for atmospheric landings yet. But it's worked quite well in the past. So yeah, I'd say it should work. I don't think they've changed Kerbal Space Program ever since the atmosphere changes. So, yeah, it should work. I can't see why not. But yeah, awesome practical question from someone. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Anyway, from Gaming and More with David, as we're coming in to try to dock with these. And we've got limited RCS fuel, by the way, on the Jool Explorer, so it's going to be a bit dicey here. Yeah, I'm going to have to work something out to this, because we get into a few more troubles on the way. Anyway, from Matthew Stalls, thanks. I say, no problem. No problem, Dad. Anytime. From Tajing De Jong. Can I make a spacecraft for you? I'm not very good at the game, but I can go to Jool. In fact, anything you give to me. Perhaps you could make a lander or something, or I've already got minor, a storage tank or something. Perhaps a tag for a space station or something. It doesn't have to be expert. I could always balance the RCS and everything when you give me the craft or something. Just design anything, or you can build a lander, which I can then use my launchers to get on the way to Jool or something. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, the more Kerbal it is, hint hint, destroyed, instant disassembly, then the more fun I suppose it'll be for a video. Whoa, yeah, look at that. I can't do time acceleration with that. The rockets wobble off it. So I had to do this slowly. And this is sped up 4 times. Yes, so you can imagine how slow this was for docking. Anyway, from Johnny007. Hi, Orbiter. Sorry that I haven't sent my craft, but my Mac just died. I don't know how to send it. Besides, I just have KSP version 1.0.2. Oh, I thought you said 1.1.2. I don't know if this works. Please put me in a vid. Put you in a vid. Keep up making this awesome things. I can't remember. I think I had it due to something. I can't remember what it was. Sorry. I'll have to look it up later on. But yeah, it's no problem. Anything, as I said, for if you, I think you said your Mac is now fixed. So any craft, perhaps you can take a picture of it and I can copy the design or something. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. But I'm not sure if version 1.0.2 works, the craft. It might. Oh yeah, and here we are. We're going to get Connor to drink a beer in space. And he does it. Did you take your helmet off to do that? He's so drunk he's going to play his guitar. Luckily you can't hear it in space. He's a terrible player, by the way. So yeah, any craft would be awesome. And the shadows are passing to the other side of the planet. That is odd. And from Lithium MC, long comment here. So sorry that I'm commenting a lot. No problem. But I have trouble with wobbly spacecraft on launch. Yes, we all do. Oh, sorry. But if you have trouble, this is a statement or a question, as I thought. I did read this before and I should remember it. But if you have trouble with wobbly spacecraft on launch, set your route path to where the COM is. That's center of mass to Asleymans. If you can you add me as a Kerbal named Chris? No problem. Yes. And send me to one of the bases on a moon of Jool. Thanks in advance. I don't think I replied to you that I said I'd add you, and I think I forgot to add you because I read this in work, and obviously you forget things, don't you? Because that's the way things go. Anyway, thanks in advance, he said. I read it again, and yes, no problem. I'll add you as a Kerbal, and what moons we got? Yes, we have to do a moon lathe landing. Still haven't had the lathe lander, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. So yeah, we're gonna have to do that. And we've got 3 more comments left. And how much video have we got? Almost to land. So at 4:13 to 4:20, the space station core could have been hit by lathe. No fear here. These are gravity flybys, which means that I know what I'm doing. Trust me. I'm a, what do you call it? Orbital engineer? And I'm terrible at my job. Anyway, so yeah, don't worry, they're not going to hit the moons. If that happens, that means we've run out of fuel, and that'll be an engineering problem. Anyway, here is a Rescue Val spacecraft with me in it. Don't worry, those who you said that you want to be the first on lathe, don't worry, I still got that planned. I'm not going to get your glory, I just want to be the first in orbit around lathe. Haha. So I get that first. From Tardygate Gamer, and yes, oh yes, Susan Dixon, I have to apologise. I was meant to send you to Jool at the same time as the other launches, but I completely forgot you were in orbit. Look, she's been in orbit for 2 years, 31 days, 4 hours, 30 minutes, 31 minutes, yeah. And yes, you're going to go to Jool soon, in a year or so. Anyway, last comment from Tardigrade Gaming. Will this be a save file be available for download in the future? That's a good idea. I think China will send humans to Mars first because USA is worried about ancient aliens, secret Illuminati pyramids on moons, and Mars. China doesn't really care. And last comment from Tam5005. Can you put Tam on a little spacecraft flying around Duna? No problem, I'll do my best. Anyway guys, this is coming to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I'm Orbiter. Trust me, I'm an engineer who keeps on forgetting about people. Oops.